Good morning. It's currently about 6:30 in the morning, and me and Farmer Rags are up and just starting to do our first few jobs of the day. At the moment, Twinkle's still post-op. She's currently cleansing. I'll explain that in my writing. And so we're keeping her separate from the herd. She spends her nights here in the shed, and during the day we let her out to roam about in a couple of small green areas. So our first job is to let her out. Here she comes. Good morning, Twinkle. Now, you might see something horrible hanging from her back end. It's not very nice, and I can assure you it smells worse than it looks. That's her cleansing. Basically, it's the placenta still coming away. The other day we left the gate open and she made her way into the back garden, and she kind of likes it there because there's nice green grass, so that's where she's off to. Job number 2 is the chickens. This is where they live, in this barn, and they're ready to come out. You can hear. Here we go. Oh. We currently have 16. There's Hazel, that one there. Who else have we got? There's Hadley. That's Hadley, that scraggy looking one there. And Hermione. You know Hermione. That's Hermione behind Hazel there. Right, if we go in, this is where they live, and all the poo on the floor. Those are their perches. You can just about see them in the dark. We've got plenty of room. These are their nesting boxes. Mike made those nesting boxes here, and they kind of picked the other two themselves. For some reason, they really wanted to nest in a cat carrier. It's a little bit dark, but you can just about see. We have some occupants in the nesting boxes. Right, this is where they lay their eggs. It takes about 24 hours for an egg to be made. Are you pushing, sweetie? Are you? Is it a big one? Okay. It takes about 24 hours for the egg to be made. First of all is the yolk and the egg white. That takes about an hour, and then it travels through the body, and calcium from their food is deposited around it, creating the eggshell. When it's released, it is released out of an orifice called the cloaca. Chickens don't have multiple orifices, they just have the one, and it's divided by a valve. There's 2 tubes. The bottom tube is where their waste comes out of. Feces and urine is all mixed together. That's why bird waste is quite sloppy and ploppy. And then the top tube is where the egg comes out of, and the tube itself actually comes out of the chicken with the egg inside it. They sort of deposit it on the ground or in the nesting box, and then the membrane recedes back and it leaves this liquid film over it called the bloom, which will then dry and create a protective layer over the shell, because the eggshell is quite porous and it stops bacteria getting in. Right, those are our eggs collection from today. I will come back later and take them in. I put them up here because we have either a rat coming in and eating them or a cannibal. I keep finding eggshells and somebody's eating them, and I don't want the chickens to get cannibalistic, so we keep them out of the way for safekeeping. The chickens have quite a large area to roam and range. They have this entire yard. They do love going into the little sheds and exploring in the dust. Back there, so there, that's better. That's the cow shed that Twinkle was in. They can go in there now she's not in there. And over there is their barn. So not only do they have that yard and the shed, they also have this bit which Twinkle went down earlier. Just to let you know, another job that I do is sort out their food. You see, a lot of them spend some time in the garden today, and so they forget to go back to the barn where their food is. So we put a big bowl out down here. Now we have layers pellets, and in there is a couple of handfuls of this, which they absolutely adore. It's mealworm. There we go. See? They love it. Wait, you're eating all the mealworm. And mealworm is high in protein. Not only do they love it, it makes their yolks so much richer and tastier as well. So it has that added bonus. I'll just put a handful out here for them. There they go. See, they're acting like they've not been fed. Now they've just spent all night in their barn with a whole feeder full of this stuff. Okay. Sorry about my camera work. So this is the other side, the garden. And here they are. They have all this area to range. All of this. And then up there you can see Twinkle. They can go all the way up there. Plus they can go to the other side of that fence. So they have a really big area. And just to see, Twinkle looks happy. Hey, my lawnmower. How's it going? How's it going, sweetheart? There we are. Aren't you beautiful? Yes, you are. You are stunningly beautiful. She's a bit nervous of me because I'm in league with the vet. That's my morning routine. I'm off to have a cup of tea and get dressed. Bye for now.